Hey everybody, it's Eddie Sprouse, and I haven't done a video in a little while since the beginning really of the coronavirus epidemic in our country. And so if you don't know me, I live in North Carolina in the USA. If you're seeing this video and you're not from this area, I've had some random thoughts I thought I would share today. And they're very random. So my mind, I've spent some time today traveling. I had to go halfway across our state, almost halfway across, and pick some stuff up. And I got to thinking about how blessed we really are. And I think that during this time, it's easy to gripe and complain, and I've done my share of it. My friends on my Facebook page have seen some of it. Some of the groups I'm in, I've gotten kind of negative. I don't really intend to do that. I gotta tell you, I'm one of these people that I write a ton of statuses that I never publish. I never hit the share button on. And I write a ton of comments, and then I think, do I really need to say what I'm getting ready to say? And even some of the things I've shared, I've went back and deleted. Really, I think of myself as more of a positive person. I have a more positive outlook on life than some people do. Although I have my times, I have my moments. And certainly this coronavirus epidemic and the quarantine and just all the changes that we've seen worldwide, but really the ones that have had an impact on my life, it kind of gets to you. It does. And, I thank God every day that my parents are still alive, that nothing's happened to them during this time. My children are doing fine. My wife's doing fine. I'm heartbroken at the people who have lost loved ones during this period. And the worst thing about it is, and I'm not talking about people who have died of corona. I mean, that's heartbreaking on a whole nother level. But just normal stuff that happens. People die. And I was listening to the radio this morning, and I heard a story about a mother, elderly mother that was nearing death. And of course, her family couldn't be with her at that moment. With virus protocols, they wouldn't let them into the room. I'm not even sure they were able to get into the hospital. But what I heard was that one of the nurses that worked there she went into the room and she held the lady's hand and talked to her and let her know that she wasn't alone, that she was not going to die alone. And this nurse shared her faith in God and with this lady and reassured her, that she would be seeing the Lord soon. And the lady passed. And so the nurse made it out to where the family was and told them, I want you to know your mother, your grandmother, did not die alone. She had somebody with her. I don't know, it just really moved me today, as you can tell. And I was just thinking about I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, God, help me to be a blessing to somebody. You know, we've got a lot to be upset about. As Americans, I know a lot of other people are upset about our freedoms being taken away, even if it is temporary. It's hard not to be with your friends and family. It's hard not to be able to comfort people in the way you want to comfort them. But I just ask that the Lord would help me to put aside the petty things that worry me and concern me about what's going on in our country and around the world, and to look at the things I can do, the people I can touch, the lives I can impact. I hope that this video will be a catalyst for many of you, that you will begin to think about things you can do in your own life. Maybe let go of some of the fighting and fear, and think about what you can do, the impact you can have. You may not work in a healthcare environment, but you have a telephone. We've got amazing technology where we can do video calls. Earlier this month, on the 17th, my wife and I, we celebrated our 4th wedding anniversary. And her work and the stress of things that are going on in the world had a pretty bad impact on her. And I just wanted to give her some joy. So I reached out to about 30 or so of my friends and invited them to a Zoom meeting where we could, I'm part of the anniversary, but the idea was to wish my wife a happy anniversary, to let her see the faces and hear the voices of her friends and people we love and know. And I was so moved that half of those folks attended that meeting, and it was a beautiful moment for my wife. It was a beautiful moment for me. It was a small gesture, but it made a difference. So I just want to encourage you to be creative. Think about the things you can do to help other people. The other thing I was thinking about today, on a whole different note, I was thinking about someone that stole something very precious from me. And they did this, and they're still doing it, still taking advantage of a situation, and it's heartbreaking. It makes me angry at times. It's caused a division in relationships. And I was thinking about how that person's life has touched so many other people's lives in such a negative way. It's like tentacles going out. When you're doing negative things, it impacts more than just you or your immediate situation. It tends to impact friends and family and even people you don't even know. And it just branches out, and doing evil and doing an unjust thing really goes much further than you can even imagine. Has a much wider impact than you can ever appreciate, especially if you're the one causing the problem. But it's funny how God works things out. So I'm thinking about that, and I think about this a lot because this has been going on in my life for 20 some years or more, maybe 25 years. And this person keeps taking and taking and taking and taking advantage, and they've destroyed things that they'll never be able to repay if they had all the time in the world. Then God reminded me of the things I've done, the times I've allowed pride, arrogance, wicked desires, financial mismanagement, things I've done that have impacted other people's lives, and how I've been the catalyst for those same kind of things, and how dare I judge those people that have done things to me when I've done as bad or maybe even worse, and I've had desperate impact on other people. And you know, I'm not going into details here. That's not what this is about. But the reason I'm bringing this up now is it kind of goes along with what I was talking about earlier. You can't really change everything. You can't undo what's been done. We can't just wave a magic wand and this COVID thing's going to go away. And we really don't know what the future holds. We don't know how this is going to change our society and our world, and how we interact with people, how we handle infectious diseases going forward. We just, you know, you can debate it. You can talk about all the dumb things, the good things, whatever you want to say. But none of that really matters as much as what you're doing. Okay, so your attitude, your actions, how you're impacting people on a daily basis, the people that count on you to be a voice in the wilderness, that they're looking to you for inspiration. They're looking to you to help them through this very difficult time. And if all you're doing is complaining about the situation, you're taking away instead of giving. You're taking away that person that everyone needs, and that's a lot of pressure maybe to put on you, but people need you. People need you to get your heart right, get your attitude right, reach out to them, call somebody, do a video call, write somebody a letter, whatever you can do. Drop some groceries off for someone, or volunteer to run errands, or, you know, mow somebody's grass. I don't know what you're thinking about or what things you can do, but all of us can do something. Even an invalid, if they can speak, if they can communicate in some way, can be a blessing to another person's life. So again, that's my challenge with this video. This purpose behind it is I just want to encourage you to be a blessing today. God bless you all. Thanks for tuning in.